just put, it's called the clock drill. And obviously if you have a caddy, it's a lot easier. But start at about 1.5 feet. Like, I want to build confidence here, okay? Start at 1.5 feet and make every one. And this one is...
Bill makes 100 of those before he quits.
Right.
100
I mean, and that's the main, that's the idea, is that you go until you miss. So, okay, first one, I'm at 1 foot, okay, I made all of them. Next one, go back 2 feet and make all of them. Next one, go back 3. See how far back, everything's a game. See how far back you can get without missing a putt. When you miss one, go back into 1 foot. So now everybody has an 8-iron, 7-iron, whatever. This is the first shot I've ever learned, and I got pretty darn good at it. And then I stopped practicing it, and then I'm not so good at it anymore. So it's really important that you keep, especially with this one, because you got to control the roll. The point of this is to control where you land on the green. So I just have 2 pennies in my pocket. You can use baby powder and put a circle down. You can use ribbon if you have, I don't know who has ribbon, but I've seen people use ribbon. So I like to just take whatever's in my pocket and kind of put it probably about 2 yards off the green. And then the point of this, just, so you're going to be right next to the green. For this you want to be kind of in the fringe, because it's going to be, if you're in the rough, you're going to want to use the lofted club. This is for if you have a long putt, if you will, to the hole. And then with especially with Bermuda grass, you don't really know how it's going to come. I've seen them, you putt and it pops straight up and then it dies halfway to the hole. I've seen them just rocket through. You know, you got to worry about grain. It's easier just to carry it over the fringe, land it on the green, let it roll out. Okay, so with this, it's going to be exactly the same as a chip. It's just going to be more like a putting stroke. I used to think it's just like a putting stroke. Okay, so we have our 2 pennies there, and the club that you use is going to determine how far it rolls, how far it flies in the air. So with an 8-iron, and like I said, you got to practice just to get it down. But for all intents and purposes, we'll just choose an 8-iron now. So I want to do anything I can to land the ball on the green, but not more than the pennies. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing, narrow my stance, and you'll get closer to it with this one because the club is, you have to get closer. It's more like a putt than anything else. So you get closer to it, and then just land it between the fringe and the pennies. And that's the point of it, is just for right now, don't really have a target. Just take basically every club in your bag and see how far it rolls out. You know, just land it